Our topic is all about properties of operations on the set of integers. So our first property is the closure property. So the closure property of addition for real numbers states that if A and B are real numbers, then A plus B is a unique real number. Now let's have our example. So we have 15 plus 6 is equal to 21. So this is an example of a closure property of addition. Look at the sign. It's plus sign. Okay? So 15 plus 6 is equal to 21. The number 21 is a real number. Okay? So meron siyang sagot na real number. The closure property of multiplication, okay, for real numbers states that if A and B are real numbers, then A times B is a unique real number. Okay? So, ito naman, closure property of multiplication. So, yung operation lang na makikita nyo ay multiplication. Okay, let's have an example. 9 times 8 is equal to 72. Okay, meron siyang exact answer kaagad. So, the number 72 here is a real number. So, that's what it means by closure property. Okay, now let's proceed to the next property. We have the commutative property. So, it means changing the order of two numbers that are either being added or multiplied. Does not change the value. So, meron din tayo ditong for addition tsaka for multiplication. Kaya lagi niyong titingnan yung sign. Okay? So, A plus B is equal to B plus A. So, kahit pinagpalit nyo daw yung position, okay, yung pa rin ang magiging sagot. The value is still the same. So, dito naman, for multiplication, A times B is equal to B times A. Tingin tayo na example. So, here, in number 1, so 2 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 2. Okay? Since 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, and also 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. So, they are the same, right? The value doesn't change. So, 5, 5 pa din. Okay? So, next is negative 16 plus negative 5 is equal to negative 5 plus negative 16. So, kahit i-plus mo daw to, tsaka ito, same pa rin ang answer. So, that will give you negative 21 here, negative 21 dito. Equal sila. Okay? So, next number 3 is 100 plus 99 is equal to 99 plus 100. So, 199, 199. Okay? So, these three are example of commutative property of addition kasi plus sign ang makikita. Okay? Next, for number 4, this is 2 times 3 is equal to 3 times 2. Okay? Since 2 times 3 is equal to 6, also, 3 times 2 is equal to 6. Diba? Same lang sila. Okay? So, number 5, negative 4 times negative 15 is equal to negative 15 times negative 4. Diba? Same lang yan kapag multiply. And number 6, 10 times 25 is also 25 times or equal to 25 times 10. Okay? Take note that subtraction and division are not commutative. So, hindi mo pwedeng pagbaliktarin din yung position ng given. Okay? Sa subtraction tsaka sa division kasi magkakaiba ng sagot. Okay? Ang commutative ay para sa addition and multiplication. Okay, next is the associative property. So, changing the grouping of numbers that are either being added or multiplied does not change its value. So, tingnan natin. So, the quantity of A plus B plus C is equal to A plus the quantity of B plus C. Okay? So, ang given dyan, A plus B plus C lang. Okay? Pero, using the grouping symbol, ito, unahin muna natin tong A plus B dito sa side, sa left side. Dito naman, unahin natin ang B plus C. Same pa rin kaya? Okay, same pa din. Okay? That is the definition of associative property, no? Same value. Kahit i-change mo ng grouping. Okay? Next, in multiplication naman, A times B times C is equal to A times B times C. Okay? Yung quantity ni A times B times C is equal to A times the quantity of B times C. Tingnan natin yung example. So, we have 2 plus 3 plus 4 ang given natin. Okay? So, ang ating first grouping ay nasa 2 plus 3. Okay? Sa right side, nasa 3 plus 4 naman. Tingnan nga natin kung same answer. Let's check. Okay. So, we have dito sa side na to. 2 plus 3 is 5. So, copy lang si 4 is equal to, copy si 2, dito unahin natin plus 7, right? So, 5 plus 4 is 9, and 2 plus 7 is 9. So, they are the same, okay? Hindi daw magbabago ang value. Okay, now let's see multiplication here. So, ang given ay 4 times 3 times 5. Okay, so ang first grouping ay nasa 4 and 3, and then ang second grouping, ang ating grouping sa right side ay 3 times 5. Okay, tingnan natin kung magbabago ba. So, 4 times 3 times 5, so that will become 12 times 5, no? Dito naman, 4 times 15, kasi 3 times 5 ang inuna, kasi nasa parenthesis. So, that will give you the same answer, which is 60. Okay? Our next property is the distributive property. So, it states that when two numbers have been added or subtracted and then multiplied by a factor, the result will be the same when each number is multiplied by the factor and the products are then added or subtracted. Okay, tingnan natin kung paano siya. So, sabi dito, the given here is A times the quantity of B plus C is equal to AB or A times B plus A times C. Okay, mamultiply niyo sila. And yung subtraction naman, so A times the quantity of B minus C is equal to A times B minus A times C. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, imumultiply nyo lang daw sila. A times B plus A times C. A times B minus A times C. Okay? Tingnan natin ang example. So, we have 2 times the quantity of 3 plus 4 is equal to 2 times 3 plus 2 times 4. Okay? So, ang gagawin nyo lang pala is multiply nyo lang. Didistribute nyo. Kaya nga distributive property. Okay? So, we have 2 times 3 and then 2 times 4. Okay? Ayan siya. 2 times 3. Tingnan natin. Okay? Let's see the value. Are they having the same value? Tingnan natin, ha? So, dito, si 2 times 3 plus 4, that will become 2 times 7. Okay? Dito, 2 times 3 is, what? 6. Then, 2 times 4 is 8. Equal lang ba sila? 2 times 4 is equal to 14. Tapos, 6 plus 4 is equal to 14. So, pareho lang pala. Okay? So, you can use this property. Okay? Especially sa ating mga future lessons. Okay? Next, we have another example. Dito naman, minus. Okay? Subtraction. So, we have 5 times the quantity of 8 minus 3 is equal to 5 times 8 minus 5 times 3. Okay? Ayan lang, oh. Minultiply lang. 5 times 8, 5 times 3, tapos kopyahin kung ano yung nasa sign. Okay? Yung ating symbol, kung plus sign or minus sign. Okay, let's check. So, magiging 5 times 8 minus 3. Tapos, saka natin i-multiply yung 5 and 8 and 5 and 3. So, 5 times 5, magiging, ano na siya? 25. Tama? So, 5 times 8, 40. 40 minus 15. Ito, 15. So, 25. Tama? So, they are equal. So, ibig sabihin, pareho lang ang value, no? And the next property is the identity property. Okay, this is also for addition and multiplication. So, additive identity, okay, additive for addition, no? States that the sum of any number and 0 is the given number. So, that means 0 is the additive identity. Okay, yun yung identity element ng ating addition, identity property of addition. Na? So, tingnan natin yung examples. So, we have 4 plus 0. The answer is 0. So, lahat ng i-add nyo kay 0, the answer is yung number. Okay? So, negative 10 plus 0, negative 10. Parang kinopya lang niya yung sarili niya, no? So, 99 plus 0 is equal to 99. See? Yung identity, yung given. Diba? Kinopya lang niya, oh. Kaya nga naging identity property. So, kung ano yung given, i-add mo sa 0, ang sagot ay given pa din. Okay? Next is the identity property for multiplication. So, it is multiplicative identity. Okay? It states that the product, this is the answer in multiplication, tama? Of any number and 1 is the given number. So, kanina, any number plus 0, ano yan? Yun yung number. Sa addition yun, additive identity. O, dito naman daw, A times 1 is equal to A. So, therefore, in multiplication, 1 is the multiplicative identity. Okay? So, 1 tayo ngayon. So, any number daw na i-multiply mo sa 1, ang sagot ay yung number. Tingnan natin ang example. So, we have 12 times 1 is equal to 12. Negative 25 times 1 is equal to negative 25. So, 99 times 1 is equal to 99. Okay? So, that means, kahit ano daw i-multiply mo sa 1, ang sagot ay yung given number. Okay? Okay. And the next property is the inverse property. So, dito naman, additive inverse. Okay? It states that the sum of any number and its additive inverse is 0. Okay? Yung additive inverse, the additive inverse of a positive number is the negative of that number. That is, tingnan natin, a plus negative a is equal to 0. So, lahat daw ng additive inverse. So, and the additive inverse of a negative number is the positive of that number. So, kung ang given ay negative a, o kunin mo lang yung positive niya. Yun yung additive inverse. Okay? So, example tayo. So, 9 plus, anong additive inverse ng 9? Negative 9. Kabaliktaran niya. Okay? Is equal to 0. So, negative 85 plus 85 is equal to 0. And 99 plus negative 99 is equal to 0. Kanya? Parang sign lang ang pinagkaiba. Okay? So, therefore, the answer is 0. Ang tawag dito, additive inverse. Okay? Or inverse property of addition. Next, inverse property naman para sa multiplication. Ang tawag, multiplicative inverse property. It states that the product of any number and its multiplicative inverse or reciprocal, okay, is 1. So, 1 naman ang sagot. Kanina, 0. Puro 0 sa addition. This time, 1 sa multiplication. Okay? The multiplicative inverse of a number is of a number A is 1 over A. Ito yung reciprocal niya. No? 1 over A. Kasi dito, 'di ba? Meron tayong over 1 diyan, 'di ba? So ang reciprocal niya is 1 over A. Okay, so therefore A times the reciprocal, which is 1 over A, is equal to 1. Let's see the examples. So, ito. 6 times 1 over 6 is equal to 1. Tama? Kasi kakancel niya yan, no? So, 6 times 1 divided by 6 ang magiging kalalabasan yan. 6 divided by 6 is 1. Next, how about this? Negative 22 times the negative 1 over 22. Ayan, cancel. So, ang matitira ay 1. And 6 over 7, pag fraction, anong reciprocal? Okay, the 7 over 6. Ito kasi 1 kasi meron mga over 1 yan, nakatagong 1. Hindi kailangan ipakita yung 1 dyan. Okay? So, ito, cancel nyo na. Yan. 1, 1. Diba? 1, 1, 1, 1. So, 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 1, 1. 1 divided by 1, so that's 1. See? So, therefore, ang ating product ay magiging 1 sa multiplicative inverse. Okay? Titingnan nyo lang yung reciprocal niya, yung given, para malaman nyo kung anong property. Okay, pahabol na property, this is 0 property. Okay? So, it states that any number multiplied by 0, the answer is 0. Okay? So, tingnan natin. 8 times 0 is equal to 0. Negative 15 times 0 is equal to 0. So, kahit anong number, kahit million number times 0, the answer is still 0. Okay? So, yun yung 0 property. And now, let's answer. Okay? Some exercises here. You give the most appropriate property used in the space provided. Tingnan natin nga kung natatandaan nyo. So, in number 1, 3 plus negative 3 is equal to 0. Okay, what do you notice here? Kabaliktaran lang yan, di ba? They are opposite. Okay, so the answer is additive inverse. Inverse lang siya. Next, number 2, ito. 6 times the quantity of 3 minus 5 is equal to 6 times 3. 6 times 5. O, anong ginawa niya? Dinistribute lang niya, di ba? So, therefore, the property is distributive property. Next, number 3. Negative 8 plus negative 7 is equal to negative 7 plus negative 8. What happened here? Pinagbaliktad lang niya ng position, no? So, therefore, it is commutative property of dahil plus ito. Okay, that's addition. Okay, commutative property of addition. Next, number 4, we have negative 13 times 1 is equal to negative 13. Minultiply siya sa 1. So, 1 is our identity element. Okay, sa multiplication. So, therefore, the answer is multiplicative identity kasi multiplication to. Okay, next property, ano kaya to? So, 2 times 4 times 7 is equal to the quantity of 2 times 4 times 7. Ayan, may mga groupings. Okay, nagpalit man ng grouping, same value pa rin daw. So, that is associative property. Okay, of multiplication. Kasi multiplication to. And how about 6? Number 6, 2 over 5 times 5 over 2. Is equal to 1. Okay, naalala nyo to? Kasi you can cancel them. 5 divided by 5, that's 1. 2 divided by 2, that's 1. See, the answer is 1. So, it is multiplicative inverse. Okay? So, thank you for watching.